Please start.
Okay. So, first of all, a very happy Holi to all of you.
Same to you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thanks to Maven Magic and Shabana for giving me this opportunity. So, I will be speaking on Holi, which is a festival of colors, but I would like to speak on it as a celebration of life. First and foremost, what I would like to say is that two very important Indian festivals are popular all over the world. And one is Diwali, which is popularly referred to as the Festival of Lights, and the other is the Holi, which is referred to as the Festival of Colors. And the two most popular sayings which are associated with Holi are Holika Dahan and Holi Milan. Now, the two words are very symbolical, considering the place where they are coming from, India. So, there is, like in everything, there has to be a story content to give meaning, to explain things. And of course, there is definitely some symbolism in it. So, actually, Holi is a Hindi word. This Sanskrit word was Dulandi. Now, this is very interesting. Holi, we naturally associate with playing colors, getting lovely things to eat, wearing new clothes, and all that. But Dulandi has another connotation to it, and it is associated with Vishnu, who had a dust bath. So it was an Indian culture is very loving. Very some disturbance. Shabana, is it okay?
Yeah, please start.
Okay. So where was I? Yeah, Dulandi. So Vishnu, actually, it is related to a story of Vishnu in which he venerated the Mother Earth. And by having putting the dust of earth on his forehead. This is the crown and the highest point where we can, like we give our respects to somebody. We put the forehead on the ground, or we bow our foreheads. So he took the dust and put it on his forehead as a mark of veneration, respect. And after that, in India, there is also a tradition of, there were no soaps or things like that before. So people would take a bath with mud, or to be more correct, it was this multani mitti, which was used even today. Many of the people, we don't get it now. It's difficult, but still when we get it, we wash the hair with it. We also use it as a soap on the body, and it is very good. So there was the tradition of playing with the dust, and then, as it happens everywhere, things are distorted and misused. So after that, instead of the dust and all that, dirty things were being used, and they started to play Holi with that. But that, we're not concerned with that. So this is the other aspect of this festival. Holi is it's a Hindi word, and if it is actually Holika Dahan, which is used for it. Now, Holika Dahan again is Holika. There is a story to it, and the story is of Hiranyakashyap. He was a demon king, Hiranyakashyap, and he wanted everybody to sing his praise, and he wanted to be everybody to bow down to him, and he was too much of ego and all that. So his wife, I forget the name, Kayad, she was pregnant, and there's some other story. I'm not will not go into the details of the story. You can get it anyway. You can read it. So she gave birth to she was a devotee of Vishnu, and a very ardent worshipper, a lover of Vishnu. She venerated Vishnu, and she gave to birth to, all the time she was in the ashram, to because of his wrong deeds, Hiranyakashyap was sent to the netherworlds to be there. So all the time, the chanting of the Lord's name was being done, and those things, those sounds were entering through the womb of Keyadu into her sons. When he was born, Prahlad. So, I mean, this is Indian culture. Stories, they work at many levels. They are so deeply ingrained in the betterment of humankind, the betterment of mankind, that even, I mean, the culture was so advanced and so loving and giving that right from the point of conception, the efforts were made that the child born should be born with good vibes, with good energies, so that he would be able to do good for the world, for the people. The ultimate objective was this. So when Prahlad was born, he was also an ardent lover and worshipper of Vishnu. And he, his father, Hiranyakashyap, who was back, he did not he did not like it. And even though it was his son, he made many efforts. There are many stories that he was thrown from the hill or drowned in the water, but somehow the other Lord Vishnu saved him. And then the story is that he had asked of a boon from Brahma, that at certain hours of the days he would not be killed. He would not be killed by any of the persons or snakes, any species on the earth, all this kind of thing. So when his evil deeds reached a point, and he tied his son Prahlad to a pillar, and he said, "Where is your Vishnu? Why doesn't he come and save you?" So the pillar broke, and from the pillar we have the Narsimha avatar. The Narsimha avatar is an avatar incarnation of Vishnu, and he is half lion and half human. So there was nothing like this in the creation, and the hour was, it was not daylight, it was not night, it was in between, and it was neither the inside of the house nor the outside. It just was, hum log dehliz kehte hain, there, and it was neither the earth nor the air. He took Hiranyakashyap and put him on his thighs and teared him apart. And this was the end of Hiranyakashyap. So at one level, from this, and this, after this, it was a celebration time, because end had been done, put to an evil, and people celebrated it with colors and eating sweets, wearing new clothes and all that. So, and this was called as Holi. Now, we have another word with Holika Dahan. We have Holi Milan also. When the Holika Dahan is done, and yeah, there is another story. I'll just briefly tell you about that. That how he in an attempt, this Hiranyakashyap had a sister whose name was Holika. And she was given a boon that if she wears a dupatta, a stole kind of a thing, and she sits in the fire, she will not burn. So she assured her brother that she would take Prahlad, very young boy, and take him in her lap and sit in the fire, huge fire, and the boy would burn and die, and she would come out safe. But this did not happen. And on the contrary, there are many stories. And there was a strong wind, and it took away the dupatta, the stole of uh, Holika, and Holika was burned, and Prahlad was saved. So these are stories to tell us that ultimately it is the victory of good over the bad. Evil forces have to surrender. This was inbuilt, and the various celebrations that we have, and they are incarnated into different festivals, whether it is Diwali, Holi, or Bhaiya Dweej, or whatever festivals they are, there is always this message behind that become good, work for the betterment of mankind, be honest, speak the truth. Now, the other word, Holika, Holy Milan, this is very beautiful. So I would like to talk about this. I think it would be interesting. I will take you back about 65, 60 odd years back. I was very young, maybe 6 years, 7 years old at that time. And uh, this holy festival was a gala time for all of us. And what we looked forward to was running and playing colors, throwing colors, and all that. And besides that, we were all given new clothes to wear that day. And we were given special sweets which were made, are still being made symbolic in Holi, pedakia and samosas and besan papdis and all that. And apart from that, what I remember, and I still remember, I find it missing nowadays, was that that was a day when I did not see any kind of differentiation between the different castes or creeds or sections of the society. And there was a very special way of greeting that day. You know, we would, जिसको कहते हैं गले मिलना, we would embrace. And there was no distinction. Even the young children would embrace the elders would, and the way of embracing, I don't see it now. Just I mean, the other person is here, we are there, and three times we would just one, this, and this, holding them closely. So this was very beautiful. I find it missing today. And even the servants also, there was that gap, that chasm was missing I found it very beautiful. The servants, the workers, they would also come. They would touch the feet of the masters and they would put tika on the forehead of the masters. And the masters also would put tika on their forehead and give them shagun, give them money and sweets and all that. So these are all symbolical of equality, uh, caring for the weaker sections, looking after them, making them feel secured, and giving them a message that they know they are taken care of. This was very beautiful, and and there was no distinction. Anybody would come, any caste, any creed, and it was, it was like if I would give an example, I would say it was like the Ganga Jamuni culture of Awadh. It was really beautiful, and I remember those days. So this is Holy Milan, removing of the barriers, the distinctions of age. I remember we were, and then of course I grew up, and even when I was 10, 11, 12, 13 years old, then with my aunts I would also do this 3 times, embrace them, and this, and but the number was 3. I still don't know why, but it was 3 times. So these were very beautiful things, and the symbolism, which is always the stories, beautiful stories, to hold you into deeper, to take you deeper into the traditions, the rich cultural traditions, the symbolism in them, the understanding in them, uh, is. And another very beautiful thing which I would like to say is that. Uh, I said Holi is a festival of colors. Yes, and colors. Colors, they have their own energies, they have their own strengths, they have their own effects. That in itself is a big section to talk on. I mean, in common language, if I say very basic understanding, gross understanding, we all know. I mean, this is a common practice. Okay, Tuesday is Mangalwar, so Mangalwar is Hanuman these days, and the Mangal planet, the Mars is strong, and the color for Mars is Gerua. So you wear that color on that day, and Wednesday is for the planet Buddha, and it is green. So you wear green colors. Friday is for Shukra, the planet, and you wear white that day. And Saturday is for Shani. You wear black or dark blue that day. So, like, these colors have their own symbolisms, and they are very effective also. I mean, you see, even in our country, they even when you do rituals, they are the pandit will tell you, no, you make the child wear this color, and the other person will wear this color. Don't wear black at this time, like this. Don't wear white at this time. So the colors have their energies and they have their impacts as well. So Holi, the spreading of so many colors, is of course magic. It is divine experience. It's so beautiful. And apart from that, they have their significance, they have their strength. And in a very small way, I have referred to the planets and the days of the week. But uh, see your own body. If you see your own body, there are so many colors. Even in this side of the hand and this side of the hand, is the skin is different, the color is different, the tongue color is different, the nail color is different, the hair color is different, the eye color is different. So there are so many shades, and these distinctions, these variations, they also add to the beauty. So apart from their utility, apart from their significance, their value, they also have an aesthetic appeal. So this in itself is very beautiful. The other thing which I would like to talk about is yeah, this, India, this country is really very beautiful. It is, I mean, we all say it's variety and all that, but apart from the variety, there is so much of ingrained symbolism in everything. It gives meaning to apparently what is not so meaningful. So this it, I would not say now, I would say was, but there were 6 seasons in India. Normally we are with the English speaking world, and they have 4 seasons, but here we have 6 seasons. Ritus, not ritus, they are. We have 6 ritus: Basant, Grishma, Varsha, Sharad, Hemant, and Shishir. And Basant is Rituon ka Raja. It is the king of all the ritus. And the Holi, uh, this festival of colors, is celebrated in Fagun Mas ki Purnima. That is the full moon day in the month of Fagun. Fagun is a part of Basant. Now, Basant is it's the king of ritus, so the weather is beautiful. And when the weather is beautiful, you are full of life, you are full of umang, you are full of vigor, vitality, and you want to do so much. And it's springtime, you see the new leaves coming out, plenty of colors are scattered across the earth. The flowers are blooming in so many colors. And the most beautiful thing is the mango trees. I don't know what you call it in English, but it is the boar. The boars start to come, and they have their own special aromas. It's beautiful. And along with that, you have, with so many colors, so many aromas all around, a beautiful, beautiful procession of bees and butterflies visiting the different flowers, going around them, dancing around them, taking what they want. And in this entire process, they are doing a very big work. They are also doing the work of pollination there. So it's so beautiful. There is growth in this also. This big variety coming out as flowers, uh, the flowers of the, like the trees, they will bear fruits, and we will get fruits. So all this is again very symbolical of apart from a basic understanding of colors and the vitality and the energy, the growth also, the seeds for the future growth, future development, evolution are also there. The other thing, of course, the lovely things that we get to eat, and to many it gives the license to drink bhang, and this day they have the license and nobody checks them. So the question is, how does this festival of colors become a celebration of life? So these are some of the things which I have mentioned, I have talked about. And besides that, I would also say that I have already referred to the symbolism which is deeply embedded in our very special culture. And when the new things are emerging, they have new life, they have more life, they have more strength, and it is easier for them to dispel the bad energies, to remove what is decaying. So when new flowers come, when new fruits come, the old leaves, they dry and they fall down. Similarly, with new energy, with good thoughts, there is a beautiful feeling of creating a very positive vibe to for betterment, for goodness. Uh, um, Another thing which I have felt in this very beautiful country of ours, uh, uh, that life was never meant to be lived the way we are living now. I have always this feeling that in India, we are not living the life the way we were supposed or meant to live. And uh, the purpose of life was a higher purpose, not just eat, drink, be merry, procreate, and all that. No, life was here for a higher purpose. And that higher purpose, if I very in a very gross way, in a very small way, if I try to pinpoint, would be the samskaras. Uh, we have the concept in our culture. We have um, the celebration. I mean, if I say Holi as a celebration of life, so what I said just now, it is the samskars are a celebration of life. Now, what are these sanskaras? These sanskaras are uh, uh, um, the rituals which are performed right from the day of conception till we finally leave the earth. And from, if I use the the technical word for that, it would be right from Garbhadan to Antyeshti. From the day the mother conceives a child and the day when he leaves the earth. So these samskaras were performed with very carefully, with consultation of the sages, the pandits, at the right hour, the opportune hour, and uh, for the betterment, so that the child grows up into a better human being. And it started, as we just now heard in the story, it started much before, when the child was just in the womb, by hearing the chanting of the mantras and getting the sanskaras in himself. And I mean, it's we would not think it to be true, but if we see in the Mahabharata, Abhimanyu's son, when he was in the womb, and ultimately he was killed in that Chakravyuh, but he could only listen when Arjun was telling his wife about the Bhedas of the Chakravyuh, only till the part he listened. After that, when the mother fell ill, that is how he died, because the last part he could not hear because the mother. So it works. It is real. It is scientific. It is not just a story. So, and they are beautiful. If in between, there are many others which I will just name a few which we are aware of between Garbhadan and Anteshti, like God Bharai, Annaprashan, when the child eats, is given the first taste of of anna, cereals. And then the mundan, when the hair is taken off, the birth hair is taken off, uh, and like kanchedan, the ears are pierced. And these these sanskaras were actually for a higher purpose, a sort of a preparation from the moment of conception to the time we leave the world. They were celebrated by people. People were invited in these sacred ceremonies. They came to they came with gifts, and when the rituals were being performed, the mantras were being chanted. I remember when my first daughter was born, so the panditji said, no, 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 the daughter should wear yellow colored clothes, and no other color with the child wear. She has to wear yellow colored, and the mother has to wear this color, and she has to cover her head, and she has to sit like that. And the after the mantrocharan, people were invited, and they would come colorfully dressed, and they would give their blessings to the mother and the daughter, and they wishing good for the future of the child. And then, of course, there were lovely eats there. They would eat. They would uh, uh, with and enjoy, and then they would leave after giving their blessings. And so this is how the celebration of life is done. Life becomes a celebration through the samskaras. They would add another dimension to you, to the whole life process. Life is not so simple, just living and doing the daily chores. No, they are there. But apart from that, there is a deeper meaning ingrained in what we are working for, what we, because this life is not an end. It is just a midway process. We have to move towards further. This is not the end. This is an in-between place. And this is actually a preparing place. So preparing for you for the other life. So these samskaras are the colors of life. Another very important and beautiful thing is the spectrum of life, the canvas of life is very large, is very big. And it is difficult to, and as since it is so large and since it is so big, naturally it is full of many colors. Many colors. Nice, beautiful, sometimes not so beautiful. I won't say ugly, but not so beautiful. And a very beautiful aspect, which is very close to my heart, is the most beautiful depiction of this Holi is in our arts. If you see many of the beautiful paintings, you will find beautiful depictions of art and Radha Krishna playing Holi. And the wonder, they're throwing colors and how running and the descriptions. There are beautiful poems on this. There are beautiful songs on this. I wonder if you would be knowing these songs, but one I'm sure is a Bollywood song which everybody would have heard, is by I don't remember, Holi Khele something, Rang Rasiya Awadh Mein Holi Khele, something like that. So the song has its own kick, and everybody enjoys it. you eat and you drink bhang and you dance the way you want to dance. But there is a beautiful tradition, a very old and a very beautiful tradition of dancing on holy songs. Now, in India, there is a beautiful tradition that there are songs of different types. There are songs for different occasions. And in these songs, we there are dances which are also named by these songs. So, like if it is a holy song, it is like you all have heard Drupad style of singing. But with Drupad, you must have heard Drupad Dhamar. The pair goes together. This is Drupad Dhamar. So Dhamar was what? Dhamar was actually holy. Drupad was a very grave, serious kind of a singing. And gradually with time, because, as times changed, India was uh, uh, attacked many times, and the indigenous culture had to adopt and adapt to adjust and give space to the others who had come. So in this process, there was a lot of fusion. And in this fusion, we also, this gave rise to many beautiful, beautiful styles and genres. And one genre was, though we trace the origin, but that time the rise of Khayal instead of Drupad. And with Drupad, because it was such a heavy, so serious, deep kind of a song that it was difficult for the others to understand. So what happened is that light Khayal came into it. And with that, we have the Thumris, and we have the Chaitis, the seasonal songs. And in this, we have very beautiful descriptions of Krishna and Radha dancing and teasing and uh, uh, um, uh, playing with each other, playing with the gopis. And we do it in dance also. We perform it on the stage, and it's always a success. Everybody loves it, and everybody joins us. And we have a very rich tradition of the rasiyas and this Holi in the Brajmandal, Mathura Vrindavan. This is the time they go crazy, lots of colors and lots of singing dhamar. Dhamar, we say, people also say this is dhamal. They do a lot of dhamal in it. And they throw colors, they 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 throw colors, and they enjoy it. So this in art, it is, if you see the paintings of the medieval period, you will find very many beautiful paintings of Radha and Krishna playing Holi and the gopis all around. So, and then you have these songs, you have the Rasiya songs, yeah, and you have the Thumris and all that, in which the Leelas and these holy is sung about Krishna and Radha. The Now, just I would like to wrap up so that we have time for some discussions, or I would like to listen to some suggestions if they come from the other side. Is that when the nursing avatar was the avatar of Vishnu, and this again was the victory of good over evil, and life is celebrated. See how life is celebrated in evolving, expanding, and sharing the emotions of love, truth, togetherness, giving, and sharing. Life is celebrated in the colors of the consciousness of positive emotions, feelings, sentiments, doing good to others. The colors of Holi, which have their own meaning, significance in the festival, become transferred into beautiful, soothing, vibrating emotions, feelings, sentiments of love, understanding, helping, sharing in the celebration of the values and purposes of life. Thank you so much. If I would welcome if anybody would like to say something or add to what I have said.
Yeah. First of all, thank you so much, ma'am. It was really wonderful. All the details that you covered, many of these things, some we knew, but many new things were also added. So I think it's Holi. So we have people here. So happy Holi, everyone. And if you want to add, please feel free. I think Rajvin wants to say.
First of all, in Punjabi, we also celebrate Holi, but we also have Hola Mala.
Okay.
And I went for a Holi celebration few years ago, and it was very, very nice. And Hola Mala is celebrated starting of the Basant, and today is actually Chaitra New Year, so it coincides with that. So Hola Mala it's also um, it's also it's also a significant for where there is a lot of food and there's a lot of soulful music and
Yes.
there's a lot of peace in both Holi and Hola Mala.
Wow.
It's very, very, very nice.
Yes.
Tomorrow there is a festival going on here in Malaysia,
Okay.
and I went for the one few years ago, and I got all play. It's like was like a play therapy, and it was very, 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 very interesting. Thank you for this nice presentation, and happy Chet, happy Hola Mala, and happy Holi to you. Thank you.
Thank you for this beautiful information. And one thing I would definitely like to say, which I missed saying out, was that most of these festivals, they, what, in each different religion or in different sects, they happen at the same time, 1 or 2 or 3 days this way or that way, whether it is the south or the north or the east. It's the same time when the season is changing. And regarding Holi, when we were young, I mean, we were told very strange stories by the servants. They said, why this festival of Holi is played. We were young, and it is winter time and summer is coming. Many people नहाते नहीं है, गंदे होते हैं. तो गर्मी जब आने लगती है होली के लिए, उनको पानी डाला जाता है कि वो जबरदस्ती नहाए. So these kinds of things were also, but yes, when the season is changing all across in different regions of the country and the different creeds and the sects, they have their different tyohars.
Yes. So I really like what they have, and it's very, very interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it symbolizes and make me think that hey, life is not to give up. Life is full of colors. And
Yes.
yesterday we had a speaker. I learned the Jasmine Primrose. She said to become positively optimistic.
Yeah.
So thank you, Prof. Ranjana. And that's very sweet of you.
Thank you
And I
so
hope
much.
you can come for another informative talk, because you're a woman full of wisdom, and it's really really nice to know you.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Wonderful.
educating all of us. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you. Thank you.
Anyone else would like to speak? Naveen ji, Neelam ji, Meena ji. I think everyone is happy celebrating life in this Holi. So thank you so much. It was
Thank you, Shivan.
talk, and we would love to have you again and listen more of your wisdom. As Rajvin said, it's always lovely to have you. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you, everyone, and see you again